I wanted to walk you through using the on-off controller. So we're going to change the runtime here. If you look in the MATLAB space, you can change how long it takes for a given Simulink run. Okay, we say it's a simulation, but it's really not because the hardware is involved, right? We're loading code down to Arduino. The Arduino actually runs, and we're measuring things. So it's not a simulation. It's just a way of controlling the little heater fan circuit that we had. All right, so for this particular run, I'm going to make it a little longer so we can experiment with the on-off controller. So I'm going to make the runtime equal to 200, okay, and then start the simulation. Okay, so it takes a while to load everything. If you look down in the corner, it says initializing, and then pretty soon the outputs will be cleared, and it'll run the next iteration of this simulation. You can also turn on the inputs by double-clicking, and you can see both the input and the output. Okay, so I've got this set to 26 degrees, and you can see the fan turning on and off, trying to hit 26 degrees. So it goes in a short burst on, and then it's off for a while, just because it reacts really much more quickly to the fan than it does to the fan off and letting it heat back up. Okay, so what I wanted you to do is play around with that. Maybe you go up to 28 degrees, and your temperatures might vary because it depends on the ambient temperature of the room. So 28, you can see this heading back up. All right. And don't worry about the blue line here. If there's a model mismatch, we're not super worried about that because that's not the point of this particular simulation. All right, so I see it, as soon as it hits 28, the fan kicks on and it drives it pretty far back down. All right, and you can make that a little bigger if you wanted, but that's that one condition. And then let's see what happens when we drive it down where the fan has to kick on and off pretty quickly. So maybe around 24 degrees. All right, so hit that on the Simulink screen, and you can see the fan is staying on. All right, and the temperature gets down to, well, is it going to be able to make 24? If you think about it, it's got to be able to cool off the heater sufficiently to where it can reach 24 degrees. And yes, it does. And from what you see there, it's kicking on and off really quickly. All right, and we could zoom into the plot. And you could take a look at the on and off nature of the controller. Okay. All right, so you see that, and you can make a conclusion, of what you want on that. Notice that when we went to 28 degrees, it undershot. It had a steady state error, and with on-off control, we don't have any more knobs to turn to reduce that steady state error. Okay, so I'd like you to show that you can do that, put that into your PowerPoint, and just screenshot this plot. Have an initial temperature, make it rise up, and then rise back down. That's what I'm looking for in the PowerPoint.